Welcome, all Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your February 1st through 15th reading for 2019. This is a collective reading for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, which means it is a group reading, and that means there'll be information in here for everyone, and I'll be telling multiple definitions of what I see in the cards and how they can play together as far as what's beside them. If you'd like a private reading, which is tuned in strictly to you, please go to royalmystic.com and book your reading there. I do readings by appointment only, so you must book your own reading. So let's get on with the reading here. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods, and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow all Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. We also thank you, Divine, for your presence here and allowing us to open our hearts and minds to receive the information that is meant for us in this reading. And we thank you for your presence and your energy. You are always welcome here and very appreciated. This is your here and now. And we have relationship, love life, and spiritual life. Career, finance, and I feel like there should be something else I say there, but it's career and finance. Work life. Some people have careers and some people have finance. They don't have to work. So that's the goal, isn't it? To get to the point where we don't have to go to work every day. We can manage ourselves through our financial gain. So we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is all about the Archangel Michael energy. It's also the Gemini energy because it is the air sign. Now when the King of Swords shows up, it's talking about divine guidance and protection. It's also talking about pulling the energy of obstacles out of the way, because this particular archangel can move a whole bunch of stuff. And he is called in and called upon quite a bit. Just know that this can be someone who is any air sign, which can be you, a Gemini, or someone else who's an air sign, another Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But it's also, as an occupation, this can be someone who is a lawyer, a surgeon, any kind of scientific, or analytically minded person like an engineer, or anyone that's been in the armed services or law enforcement. So that gives you some idea of that energy and how it's working. This is the underlying energy, so this is something that's kind of running congruent throughout the entire reading. So the first card we have is the Knight of Wands. This is something moving really quickly toward you. This is taking action. If it's not something moving toward you, it's you moving toward something. It's time to get on it, right? Okay. So it's starting. They've fired the shot. The race is on. So here is the Page of Pentacles. Now this is talking about having some financial information coming in. Someone offering you, making the offer, and this can be you actually starting work. So some of you may be beginning your new job like really quickly, or have just begun it. We have the Queen of Cups here with a little bit of fear of the future. Anytime we start something new, we always have a little trepidation. And there's the, little storm clouds. You kind of worry. You don't know how, when it's going to clear, how it's going to go. But the good news is you've got the Justice card here. And the Justice card is very balanced energy. So in the realm of your Gemini twin energy, it's saying that it is your equilibrium is good. If you're waiting for some kind of judgment as far as a lawsuit or any kind of, if this is a legal matter, then you're getting a positive outcome in the judgment. And so this would, if it's a legal matter, you've got, here it's time to get after it. They make an offer. Okay, so this beginning here, they're making an offer or they've made a settlement. You're worried if it's in the courtroom and you're waiting for the judgment. You're worried about what the judgment's going to be, and it looks like it's going to justice will prevail. Okay, so here we have. And if it's work life, then the decision is made. It's made in your favor, and you will be able to begin your new job. So here's the Magician, And the Magician is always talking about your higher spiritual self and being focused on your positive energy. The Magician is definitely using that higher source energy and bringing it in, that divine light, and turning it into, see how he's beaming that green orb around him? That is his green heart chakra energy. And that means he's visualizing in the best possible energy to bring about what he wants, or you, it's he or she. That's another thing to remember, that the cards, the genders are fluid. They're fluent. They speak English. They speak Spanish. They speak all languages. The genders are sort of flexible because it's masculine, feminine, not necessarily meaning your genitalia. Okay, so we've got the Three of Pentacles here, which is an expansion. So some of you are trying to manifest abundance, okay? And it may be abundance and security, because this is showing you bringing that in through your own hand, okay? And it may be trying to be a manifesting commitment in this relationship for some of you. And then there's the Nine of Swords, where you're trying to cancel out your blessing by being in fear. So don't forget, when you're doing all this hard work to try to bring something in, not to turn around and let your fear take hold. Honey, it happens to me too. This is how it is. As much as I do these readings, and I know I'm right on for some people, other people send me ugly comments and say ugly things. So my fear is still there, even though I know I'm getting source energy and I know I'm helping so many people. All it takes is that one self-doubt to throw me right back into this. You're a Gemini. That is why it happens to you more often than not, because you're an air sign. Air signs are thinkers. We get too far into our heads sometimes. I'm an air sign as well. I'm a Libra. So it is a balance. But right now, you're in good balance as long as you can keep this fear from manifesting. So literally, some of you are having a judgment come through. So when I was talking about the lawsuit earlier, this is that financial gain that's coming through. Something that's been going on for a long time is about to come to an end for you. And this is holding your cards to your chest, not telling anybody what's happening. You know, you may not want other people to know how much money you're about to get. It happens that way. And this is the fast-moving negotiation where it's coming toward you. Now, if this isn't about a lawsuit, if this is about your career and finance, some of you are getting some information from somebody either you used to work with or you used to work for. They may be calling you back to come to work, okay? It may be somebody that you know from the past who gets you the hookup on a job that's coming in. And this is where you have to hold your cards to your chest and not tell everybody about it, or you'll be in competition with everybody you know who's trying to apply for another job too. So, you know, keep your cards to yourself. Then you've got the Eight of Wands, which is the negotiation portion, or the actual, it's coming at you, okay? So let's see what the clarifiers have to say. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods, and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow all Gemini, sun, moon, and rising to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. Thank you so much, divine, for being present here. You are always welcome. Justice is showing twice. Very strong. That's great. Great. Awesomeness. Justice is a good card. Queen of, there you are. That you prevail. Okay. This is the Chariot. This is the other portion of the underlying energy. Now, if this is part of a lawsuit or any kind of legal matter, this is a victory. This is a victory. This is coming out of it better than you were when you went in. This is being seen in a new status, okay? And it is being seen in a spotlight. So if it's about a job, then you're being seen favorably by other people, and it's definitely being able to change your status in lifestyle, how you may have a little easier time of dealing with stuff, okay? Now, we've got the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Swords. And I just want to say this because this just came to me. Somebody's talking somebody's about to get their disability. They've been fighting for it forever. So whoever I'm speaking to for that, God bless your heart. There's the Knight of Wands, which this is coming in fast. And this is telling you, don't dally. Don't stand around fiddling and fussing with stuff you don't need. Let that stuff, leave that stuff behind. Take what you need and get on the get-go. Don't try to, like, if you're in the negotiation process and say, for example, somebody's telling you, well, we'll give you, well, I'm just using an arbitrary number, we'll give you $5,000, and you say, no, I want $5,005. Are you going to sit there and argue the $5 to death until they don't want to negotiate anymore? Or are you going to take the $5,000? Okay, made the point. So here's the Page of Pentacles. Sorry, not Five of Pentacles. I got five stuck on the brain. Page of Pentacles, which is the messenger coming in with the offer. And this is either for a job or for a judgment. So you've got the Justice card with the scales balanced, saying it's in your favor. So the offer is a good offer. And for those of you who are going to work, this is the Hierophant. And for those of you that this involves something to do with court, this is the court. Because the Hierophant is a government entity or organization, as well as a place of employment. Then we have the Justice card and the Five of Swords. So this is telling you, this is exactly what I said. Don't cut your nose off to spite your face. If they're making a reasonable argument over what they're giving or offer, don't make an argument that's unreasonable. Don't try to hold out for the last few cents and lose the whole thing. And if it's having to do with work, you may have to also do the same kind of thing. So negotiating is the key word here. Negotiating means both people consider and go back and forth with offers. It doesn't mean that you pick one arbitrary number and stick to it no matter what and then end up losing. So just be careful not to be short-sighted if the offer is close but not all the way. I'm not telling you to take less than you deserve, but you may want to consider the bigger picture. So here's the Magician with the Soul Family. So this is beautiful energy regarding positiveness and manifesting what you want in life. And this is the group of people that are involved in your life right now, who are people who've gone through many lifetimes with you. Now, they may be family, but they also may be people who come into your life that you get to know as you go. And you'll know who they are because they feel very strongly to you, like they've been through many lifetimes with you, like there's a past connection. Then we have the Three of Pentacles, where you're very concentrated on making some prosperity come in. You're working really hard at bringing it in through your own hands. And the Eight of Swords, which is being so overwhelmed with which way to go with something. Now, this is where you have to remember, you've got to trust in your higher self. And we can't always physically put our hands on what it is until it shows up. Okay? So you've got to believe in whatever this is that you want to do to bring in the prosperity or the abundance into your household, and not overwhelm yourself with the details. Okay? Let the universe handle the details. You picture what it is you want and focus on the best possible outcome. And then here's the Nine of Swords, where you're losing sleep over it, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles, which is saying, ground yourself. You can do this. You are now, this particular energy coming in. We've got Pentacles here and Pentacles here. So I would say some of you are dealing with a earth sign, which would be the Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. But if it's your energy, it's saying, don't let yourself get caught away in your head. Get more into the here and now. And ground yourself. Grounding is very important. I don't know if you guys know about that. When you get that nervous energy and you just feel like you're going a million different directions, which is what both of these cards are, we need to breathe in and focus on pushing the energy into the earth, grounding yourself. That way you don't feel like you're going all over the place like a lightning bolt. Google it. I'm sure there's a way to do it, or they should probably show it. I'm not going to go into that here. But I'll do a video on it. That's what I'll do. Be looking for that. So here is the Judgment card and the Page of Cups. So this is something coming back around. This is something resurrected. This is something coming back toward you that wasn't ready the first time or wasn't complete. And now the offer's coming in, Page of Cups. Okay? So that may be the negotiation some of you are dealing with here. And the Page of Cups is second time. So this is a second offer. So it may have already been once and now it's twice. Temperance is here telling you it's working through the energy to assist you. It's helping you to, it's kind of like alchemy. It's pulling that heavy energy in and transmuting it to where you can actually handle it as a physical person, because that divine energy is a whole lot more powerful than we are. So here's the communication back and forth, and you prevail. This is your highest energy, the Queen of Swords. This is the Gemini energy. So you are in your power and able to stand your ground and take care of your business. So you will be able to pull it in and lock it down as long as you can stay in the place of negotiation and not just go for the jugular. Don't try to bully your way in. Just be calm, be intelligent. You are a very intelligent sign. That's the mark of intelligence, is the sharp sword. All signs have their own strengths, and the air signs are words, because that's how they communicate, through air. That is just the thing. And you've got lots of swords going on here, so this is really speaking to you. I hope you all have a wonderful first half of February. I hope you all come out well on this particular event, whether it's job related or court related or both. And whoever's dealing with the disability people, I hope it ends for you soon. That is always very long and arduous. Almost feels like it's impossible to get to the end of it. So I pray for you. Many blessings, and I'll talk to you in the middle of February. Namaste.